So we went to Carolyn's Cafe. It was totally closed off because of it's just full. It's a tiny spot and all the old timers are in there. So we're in a rush. We can't wait for a seat, but they're famous for their Huckleberry fried pies. And we're gonna try one out. Can't get it out of here because it's full of sugar. But it looks like that. Kind of like a little apple pie, but instead there's huckleberry in it. And this is breakfast. It's got powdered sugar all over it. Super good. A little bit more on the doughy side though. Not as flaky, but it's still yummy. And the filling's really good too. Nice and sweet. And we're ready to go on the road. So today we're leaving our Mountain Meadow RV park and we're heading south to a place called Cameron, Montana, to West Fork Cabin Camp. And it's like a 5.5 hour drive pretty much. Very long drive again. And this time it's to stay on the Yellowstone National Park side. And it's on that side of Montana. It borders the border between Wyoming and Montana and also Idaho. So we're gonna go explore that place. But before that, we're gonna have a couple of other stops in between just to check things out. And we're gonna go to our next stop, Montana Coffee Traders, which is nearby here. And the funny thing is I'm always ordering online for their coffee. I'm a big coffee person too. And I figure, well, I'm here, why not grab some coffee instead of ordering it? So one of the stops on the way to Montana Coffee Traders is Bad Rock Canyon. And this is just a memorial of it. It's known as a place where the Native American Indians would cross through on their buffalo hunts. And we're actually in a canyon, and this is the springs that comes through. Although they do put a disclaimer, it's not a public water source, but it's pure mountain water. And we're pretty much driving through a canyon. And that way on US Highway 2, we're heading south to Cameron, Montana. So we're here at Montana Coffee Traders, and they have great breakfast and everything, but we don't have much time and I don't feel like eating it while driving. But I got their dark roast coffee and took a whole bunch of coffees, 4 big bags of whole bean coffees. Those are my favorites, and some that I never tried before. But definitely if you're in the area, get some bags of coffee. They're really, really good coffees, and I drink them every day in the morning for work. But instead of ordering it online, you can order it online too. It's not too bad for shipping if you buy a whole bunch. You can try it out. Can you believe the speed limit for these little roads? It's 70 miles an hour. I totally love it. And there's no traffic here at all. They called it a traffic jam when I researched Glacier National Park, that area. They're doing construction. That is not a traffic jam to me compared to Hawaii or any big city. That was smooth sailing to me. All it was a slowdown for a little bit, and it was free flowing the whole way. But it's kind of funny how they think it's a traffic jam. But yeah, I love these free roads and the scenery around it. It's really pouring here, but it should be sunny where we're headed to. After we pass Missoula, it should be sunny throughout the whole week. So after driving 5.5 hours actually, from Hungry Horse, we're now in Cameron, Montana, going over that scary bridge. We're here at our new cabin called West Fork Cabin Camp. So here we are. We're in cabin 2 today, and it's not bad. We've got a bed. It does smell kind of old-fashioned in here, like a musty smell, but it works. It's one of the cheaper cabins, probably, I think it was $80 a night. You've got a sink, coffee maker, everything's provided. Paper towels, toilet paper, linens, plates, cups, forks, pans, salt, pepper, all the essentials. a little stove. They give you garbage bags so you don't have to bring any. A little fridge, microwave, and a little eating area. And outside is a little porch to sit on. There's no AC here. It's very warm here compared to Glacier. It's 80 degrees already. Quite a change, but it's got a water heater, so you got hot water, and a bathroom. It's very quaint, but it works. As long as you can have a shower. I'm all for it. So definitely not bad, and close to Yellowstone National Park. So here's our cabin. We're in cabin number 2, and there's a whole row of them, and some nice mountains in the background, and people preparing to fish. You just walk across the back of the cabin through these little aisles to go to the Madison River. We're gonna go fishing later. So we're wasting no time, and we're going to Yellowstone National Park just to check out Old Faithful. Hopefully it erupts. But in order to get there, we have to pass through Idaho. Welcome to Idaho.
Welcome to Idaho.
This is the view off of the 87 in Idaho. This is Island Park. Beautiful lake. Now we're finally in the little town of West Yellowstone, which has the west entrance to Yellowstone National Park. And once you get into the park, that is considered Wyoming. So that's kind of funny. Went from Montana to Idaho, back to Montana, and into Wyoming. 3 states within 30 minutes. Kind of funny. Here's the west entrance to Yellowstone National Park. Alright, the GPS says we're in Wyoming, and we're in the park, and there was a bison warning sign, so hopefully we can see some bison cross the street. But we're on our way to Old Faithful, and maybe some other stops along the way. We're not sure. We're just kind of winging it today, and we'll spend more time in the park on probably Monday and Tuesday. So this is our first stop at Yellowstone. It's one of the pullouts from the west side. Very, very beautiful in a different way from Glacier. This is supposedly the Madison River, which is the same river behind our cabins, but this is the beginning of it. And it goes all the way into Montana. There's some buffalo with one of the geysers in the background. Pretty amazing. They're all over here. Just roaming around without a care in the world, and everybody's lined up on the side of the road taking pictures. Pretty awesome. First time I've ever seen bison before. Buffalo. And the buffalo are crossing the street, causing a traffic jam. Not sure if you can see. There they are. Here he goes. They're crossing the road.
Look at that one with the beard. They're off the mountain. Alright, they're slow but kind of fast.
Here we are, the Old Faithful Visitor Center, to look at Old Faithful erupt. So we're at Old Faithful, and we literally missed it erupt by 2 minutes. Unbelievable. But it's still cool to see it steaming like this. And there's all these benches all along here for you to sit and watch.
Let's go!
eruption from Old Faithful within 2 minutes, right when we walked up to get a seat. People were already leaving. So that totally sucked. We had to wait another hour and a half for the next eruption, which I showed, and it was pretty awesome. Now I can say I saw Old Faithful. We didn't have much time. It's already almost 9 o'clock, which is so weird to me because the sun is still up. The sun doesn't set till 9:50-ish, 10 o'clock p.m. So we're super tired already. We ran to the grocery store before it closed. And it closes at 9, which is soon. And got some groceries, gonna make some dinner. Probably something really simple. And then if there's still sunlight out, we might go fishing, but probably not really, because I am exhausted from driving all day. And tomorrow we're going to try to go to Grand Teton National Park, which is also in Wyoming, and have a stop off at Jackson, Wyoming, and see the town for a little bit. But until then, we'll see you again. Good morning. Today is Sunday, so we're going to try to drive to Jackson, Wyoming, Jackson Hole, and then from there head up to Grand Teton National Park. But before we do that, I wanted to show you more of the room. Don't mind it, it's a mess, but I think it's actually a really good deal after going through the cabin and being in here. So the fridge works great, it's pretty spacious, and we got a fan, and under there we got a heater if it's cold. But basically there's a lot of shelves and a little freezer up here, which we're not using. A microwave. The stove works great, and we actually baked our chicken in this little oven. It actually heats up really well. And I mentioned before in the other video, pots and pans. Some of them are missing because we washed it. But I didn't realize everything's included here, including the paper towel. We brought dish soap, but she said she got dish soap for us. A brand new Scotch-Brite scrubbing pad, so you don't even need that. It was in the wrapper. Cups, mugs, bowls, plates, even forks and a wine opener, everything like that, knives. The trash we're going to take out soon, but there's a bear-proof trash can outside. But even the trash liners, she'll give you more. If any of the kitchen towels or the toilet paper or anything, like they provide soap if you want, and all the linens, even the little makeshift bath mat. I can't talk, it's so early. If anything's dirty or like you're out of toilet paper, you just go to the office and ask for it. She'll give you more, even the dish soap. And for the linens, you just trade one for one dirty one, and she'll give you another. So yeah, I like this place, and lots of hot water. There's the hot water heater. The windows work great. It's 80-something degrees in the daytime, but with the windows open, there's a nice breeze. There's blinds for your privacy, and the broom and dustpan if you want to clean up, because you're supposed to clean after yourself. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with this place. It's just a little over $80 a night. This is the charming little city of Jackson, Wyoming, and that is the famous antlers. There's all these cool sculptures here on the backside of the Jackson Hole Square, the main road. Different presidents, bison, bear. Very interesting. You gotta be a tourist and buy some cheesy shirts and other souvenirs, so we're gonna check this out. I just had to show this. These are "we don't call 911" signs. I thought they were funny. I really want it actually, but it's a little too heavy for my suitcase. And if you're looking for a restroom, there's 2 public restrooms. We're here at the bus stop shelter, which is just a block away from the main square. There's also public parking here that's free if you can't find parking at the square because it's super busy. But we got lucky and got one of the lots right in the front of all the stores. So we're gonna walk back to our car and head on into the Grand Teton National Park. Hey, we found what looks like a baby huckleberry or something floating in the water at Taggart Lake, and looks like that's the berry bush. It's got a lot of baby berries on them. So we finished hiking Taggart Lake, and I thought it was more of a easier hike, but just long. But I think I'm pretty fit. I go to the gym almost every day, but I don't do like hilly Stairmaster climbing stuff. And my son's pretty fit. He does soccer and has practice twice a week. And we both, well, I mean, I was huffing, but it wasn't too difficult for me, but it was quite a workout. And my son had a hard time. So I'm just saying, if you have little kids, unless you're willing to carry them all the way to the end, it's going to be kind of difficult. And definitely don't forget your water. Maybe it was difficult today because it was super hot. Per the car temperature gauge, it was 86 degrees. It was very hot. I would say it felt hotter than what I'm used to in Hawaii. It's kind of weird. And there was shady parts too. But it was so hot that we had to we kept stopping, and there's a little creek that runs through most of the trail, and we would sit on the stones and just kind of cool ourselves off with the water by just putting it on your neck or on your forehead just to cool you off. Yeah, so I would say this trail isn't for beginners. It's kind of intermediate, and just be cautious if you're bringing little kids. They might have a hard time with it. But otherwise enjoyable, obviously, with the photos and video. It was an amazing treat at the end, so I think it's definitely worth it. So the Grand Teton National Park was established in the 1920s, and it's named for the highest peak in this Teton mountain range. And everywhere you go in this park, you pretty much see this mountain range. It's very spectacular and majestic. We wanted to go to the Jenny Lake service area, but it is packed and people are starting to park on the street, the main highway, instead of the parking lot. So here we are at the Scenic Outlook instead. Here we are at Jackson Lake. It's one of the last lakes of Grand Teton National Park. And just a tip, if you keep going north where the Coulter Bay area is, you can get gas and drinks. It's like a convenience store. We were getting really thirsty from our hike and ran out of water. So if you're looking for a snack or a drink, that's the convenience store to go to. It's right off the road for the Coulter Bay turnoff. And now we're going to head into the end of Grand Teton and into Yellowstone. Both of the parks connect with each other. Back into Yellowstone. I'm not sure if you can see him, but there's the bear. Way over there, my zoom sucks. Here comes a van just blocking my way. But anyway, that was the bear. Over there. There he is. Looks like a baby bear. Just chilling in the woods. Yay, we finally saw a bear. So, if you've never been to Yellowstone, a few mini facts about it. It's the first national park in America that was established. So after that, many other national parks came into effect, such as the one we went to, Glacier. I've been to Zion National Park, Yosemite, all that. I'm really big into them. I think it's great to see nature and the different ecological systems of our nation. It's really interesting to me. So if you're into national parks or you're looking for something different to do, especially with COVID, it's pretty crowded. Everybody's just sticking to domestic travel. And if you're in the continental United States, you have the chance to just drive around and explore. I definitely highly recommend this annual pass. And you just go online to the National Park Service website, and then you pay for it. It's an annual pass, and it's a one-time fee. And you just show this pass to the ranger at any entrance of any park, and you get in. And I think it's worth it because we've been in and out of all these parks over and over, and we're saving money because a one-time fee for the one-week pass is $35 already. So with this pass, if you're intending to go to different national parks, you don't have to worry, and you're going to save a lot of money with that. And yeah, so Yosemite, the oldest national park, I believe it was established in 1872. I might be a little bit off, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's when it was made or established, and one of the favorites of President Teddy Roosevelt. And it's really interesting, and I'm glad to be here to experience it. I definitely come back. It's super huge. It spans into parts of Montana, Wyoming, and even Idaho. So it is a very, very big park, and even though we're going to be here for 4 days, we still don't think we can cover everything that's in here, and it's just miles and miles of driving as well. So if you ever have the chance, I would highly recommend coming here and to Glacier National Park. It's been fabulous so far.